And welcome, everybody, to the Get Back. We are live. It is Monday morning.
Yes.
It's 12 p.m. Well, not technically just yet. 12 a.m., excuse me.
Wait a minute. Wait. 3,
Right.
2, 1. 12
And
a.m.
you want to know how
Now
I
it's Monday
You want to
morning.
know how I know it's 12 a.m.? Because my screen just turns blue instead of the orange tint that I love to have. It just goes, "Phew." Fuck that shit.
It's nighttime, motherfucker.
It's night. What are you doing? Why do you have your blue fucking orange light on, sir? But we're
You
here.
gotta protect your eyes.
Me and Daniel.
We're here.
I just saw Fantastic Four, and the only thing I'll say about it is that it was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Herbert the GOAT. If you watch the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Herbert's the GOAT. Give him a little head pat, belly rub. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Now, NFL training camp is here, right? The NFL knows how to keep us in the loop with all the off-season moves. They love to keep us in the loop with the draft. And also, they love to keep us in the loop with just filming guys stretching.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, my God. It's fantastic television. Have you seen the guys talking like golf announcers, like real quiet, and then all you get is just like the quarterback for like what random team, the Cardinals. Yeah, you see Kyler Murray just like stretching out his hamstring and really getting in there with the foam roller. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, coach. Yeah. He saw. Yeah, coach. I got you.
And then you see the classic one where he has one hand on the hip and then one hand holding the helmet. Like right, yeah, because then you cut in, you know, right.
Yeah, you gotta go za za za, and then he's gonna go za za za.
Yeah.
And then when I hit him on that,
Right.
and then he'll be open in the flat, right?
Right. Yeah,
Now,
for sure.
we're protecting the weak side.
Yeah.
Right?
Hold on, my God.
So we have weak side help.
Yeah.
Right? He's gonna come on the bubble, and you have to hit him on that bubble.
Yeah.
So you gotta roll out, and then you gotta listen. There's gonna be someone's gonna be free on the weak side. He's your responsibility.
Yeah.
You gotta get in there. You know, you just gotta throw a fist in there.
Yeah.
You gotta help your guy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
Get in
and other side stretch. All right.
Right. So you get loose, get warm. You know, we're gonna go for like 10 minutes today. Then you'll go watch film for 3 hours, and we'll be good. Right. Easy day today.
Right.
Easy day today.
Right.
It's simple. You're gonna hit some guys. You're not gonna get hurt. You're not gonna break your toe. It's gonna be great. Right. It's gonna be a great day.
And then this is what they do. They got the helmet off. They're ready to put it on. They're like,
Feel good.
Feel good.
Feel dangerous.
And that's training camp.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. We just summed up hours of television in 3 minutes. Not even 3 minutes, maybe a minute. So there you go. That's literally all of training camp that you really see. You don't really see them like practicing and like getting real good reps. Sometimes maybe you do, but typically no. They're not really showing that. Except for like the occasional highlight play of like, ooh, he hit a wide open receiver with no defense. Ooh. Shocker.
With no pads and walking.
Shocker. An NFL quarterback can hit a guy who's wide open and there's no defenders around him. Shockers. NFL QBs. Whoa.
You know what my favorite is? I saw it today. You know what my favorite is? Look at how tight his spiral is on his ball. Look at the rotation that he gets from the football.
Yeah, we're too deep into the offseason. Yeah. We're too deep.
That's my favorite.
We're too deep, bro. I can't. Ooh, look at him fit it into double coverage. Oh, you mean he threw a badass pass but got lucky? Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my God. But the only thing that's really interesting about training camp is just the contract disputes at this point. They're basically like the e-news of the NFL. They're like, well, is he going to show up today?
Will he or will we?
Is he going to get the deal he wants? I mean, I don't know if he's going to get $30 million.
I'll tell you what, Lewis. If we look at his Instagram, we see that he posts a picture of him not in Florida, of him not in Cincinnati, but instead in Florida. This implies that he's not at training camp right now. I mean, what else are we supposed to take away from that? Other than the fact that he's not at training camp, even though we see him not at training camp.
Now, could he take a direct flight? Now, maybe he could take a direct flight to Cincinnati and get here in 3 hours. But no, he's not there. Will he sign the contract? Will they take the language out?
Who knows?
Who knows? But speaking of people from Cincinnati, Shamar Stewart finally signed his fucking rookie contract. I made like a brief short about this.
Yeah.
The language in the contract has not changed.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed in the contract was that he's getting like an extra $500K signing bonus. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes, right?
Hey, you hit me off with a little $500K, I'll be all right.
Words are words. What can I say?
Right. What if I get arrested? You can vote on my money. Who cares? I got $500K though. You know what I'm saying? $500 extra.
You can't take that away from me.
You can't void my guarantees now. Got $500 extra off the top, brother.
Shit.
Come on.
You told me we're gonna get 500 extra off the top.
And it's so funny because it's like people in the comments were like, "Oh, finally! Oh, he did such a good job." He just accepted the contract that was there initially, but they just added an extra zero on the signing bonus. Like this.
Yeah.
So like, is it a win? No, technically it's not. But you got an extra $500K in the signing bonus. That's not bad. You take that.
Right.
And fully guaranteed as well.
Yeah. I mean, the signing bonus comes out of the owner's pocket anyway, so it's like they can't take that away from you. But I mean, like, I didn't think he wasn't gonna sign. I didn't think he was gonna go back to college. I didn't think he was going to sit out the whole year. I think eventually this was gonna get done. The Bengals just they this off season they've just found a way. They got Chase. They got Jamar Chase signed. T. Higgins signed. They had the Shamar Stewart drama. They got him figured out. And you have to think that, like, they're probably going to get Trey Hendrickson done too soon because they're just going to figure it out. But it's like, you couldn't do this a month ago, a week ago, a day ago.
They were trying to hold out, see who bites. See who bites first.
Like, this is what I don't understand about contract disputes like this sometimes, because, like, what are you really sitting on? Like, if all it took was an extra $500K in signing bonus, why did we have to do a saga for 3 months? You know what I mean? Like, I just like what were we really sitting out on if all it was going to take was an extra $500K?
Because the owners, they're cheap bastards, man. They don't want to like submit to the players, and that's kind of what makes their league really good-ish. Because, like, the players don't run the entire league. It's kind of like the owners are still like, hey, we pay you. Chill out. But, like, some of them are just, like, they're real stuck in their ways. They're old and, decrepit. And they just don't want to give in. So they're like, hey, listen. Green is great. You want more of it? Sure. But after a while, though, so they still won in the end because they got exactly what they wanted out of the contract. They were just like, $500K ain't nothing. That's nothing.
And like that's where like I get like Shamar Stewart holding out. Like I don't blame him for that because that contract and what they were trying to get him to sign was bullshit. Right? So I mean, at the end of the day, the Bengals kind of won in that regard. But it's like, if all it took was for $500K, why can't you just put that up front? Like it's weird.
I don't know, and it's also going to be weird because like Trey Hendrickson wants a lot of money too. So like, how much? Because you're already going to pay. What does he want? He probably wants like top pass rusher money, over 30, obviously. But even then, I think his management at least may be like, hey, we're the sack leaders for like multiple years now. This is not a game. We want 35 plus. Are you going to give us that? And the Bengals were like, we'll give you 34.5. How about that? It's like, what? Come on, just give us 35. It will be good. No, who's gonna break first? And it's just real ridiculous, man. Because like, if they have the money, that listen, all these NFL owners, they have some of the smartest people in their room. They could work around the money.
Right. You could pay the luxury tax. Here's the thing about salary cap. The salary cap is there so the owners don't have to pay. That doesn't mean you can go over the salary cap. And like if you're the Bengals and you're a win now team and you have to have a great season, you need Trey Hendrickson to do that. Like you need him on the field. You need Shamar Stewart on the field. You need Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Burrow on the field healthy. You need that. If you don't have one of those pieces there, it all comes crumbling down very quickly. So to me, I feel like they need to invest in this team and their players that they have because no free agent wants to go. They haven't had a key free agency signing in God knows how. Do you have some of the best players in their positions in this that you are were almost willing to lose, and you're playing the toughest division in the NFL, so you need your best players. You cannot have any missteps going into the season. And if Trey Hendrickson is not there because it comes down to $1 million or two, that's a failure on the Bengals ownership in that group and all that talent going into the season. It's a failure by the ownership group if they don't get this deal done and Hendrickson doesn't show up.
Yeah, and also like, I feel like Hendrickson, like in these rare cases, like a Le'Veon Bell holding out was like super rare. You're like, holy shit, he's really doing it. But like he's a running back.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's either you kind of take the money you get and shut up. I feel like with a defensive end, it's more real when they say it. Reason being because it's one of the premier positions in the league.
That's it. Premier.
It's a quarterback. It's a tackle. It's a defensive end. It's a corner. It's a wide receiver. Right? It's one of these like flashy, makes a lot of plays in the highlight reel positions and like is truly pivotal to a successful season.
And granted, they're good defensive ends, they're great defensive ends, and there's elite defensive ends. Trey Hendrickson is an elite defensive end. He just flat out is. And those guys have been getting paid but him. So you know that his numbers are right there. He leads the team in sacks. He's the premier defender on the team. He knows he wants this money. He deserves this money. He should get this money. The Bengals I don't know if they have that to put up.
Yeah.
Because they have players in premier positions they do. They have one of the best receivers in the NFL, one of the best quarterbacks, a good offensive line, if you want to call it that. But their defense is the worst in decades.
It's cheeks. Absolute cheeks.
Yeah. Except for Trey Hendrickson. That was the only saving grace that they have. If they let him walk and they don't sign him to a contract, they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, and like that just gives like Joe Burrow and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase like no hope. They're like, oh, so we're never gonna have a good defender on our team again because you won't pay him. Funny. You paid us though, so I guess that's cool. But like, we want to win. Like, I'll buy out of my fucking contract. I don't care. Cut me. Save cap. Cut me. I'll sign anywhere. You don't want to get picks back from me? Fine. Anybody will pay me money to play football. Those three guys know that they will have job security after this. Like if they get through their tenure with the Bengals, they know they have jobs.
Yeah.
Like, so like them, it's tough because they've like been in press conferences and they're like real happy with what they're doing and they want to be optimistic and they went to the Super Bowl like fucking 3 years ago, so like I would be optimistic too. You just went to the Super Bowl. It wasn't that long ago. But like I feel like the window, even though you have this top end talent, is like every year it's just getting shut until it's when is it going to be fully shut? Like when one of them decides to get out of here and like request a trade? I don't know. And Trey Henderson's already doing that. Well, did he request a trade? I think
I don't think so.
Was he? I don't know. I don't think he did, but he's fucking damn close.
Yeah, he's close.
He's literally like, I just won't play for you.
Oh, he's pulling Hassan Reddick right now.
And he's way better than Hassan Reddick. Way better.
Way better.
Way better.
Way better. So, I mean,
well,
if they don't sign him, their season's done.
Well, you know what? At least it's not the Jets this is happening to.
Yes.
That's the only thing that you could like think about. It's like this is the other team's misfortunes. yes, my precious.
Something bad is happening to them.
Yeah.
They know what we went through a little bit, but we went through significantly worse.
Just like the Cowboys. They traded for George Pickens. They have CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott's coming back healthy. They're kind of poised to try and compete in the NFC East, right? And the NFC East is always that up and down division where, like, a team who was first last year could be, like, third. Or a team who was second could be third, and third could be first, and fourth could be first. And it's one of those divisions where it's really rocky all the time. And the Cowboys are like, you know what, man? Micah Parsons, you want a new deal? Our best defensive player? The only guy to keep us relevant on defense? Really? The only guy to really create pass rush? We'll wait, man. You don't need to do right now. We need to do for Got time. And
you're under contract still.
It's funny because like this happened exactly with the CeeDee Lamb situation. So like I'm not as like worried that he'll get signed because this is just how Jerry loves to negotiate. It's just be like forget about it and then come back to it 3 months later. Be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I have the contract. It's like what, brother? You could have done that 3 months ago. You senile old man. How do you not? How did you forget about your best player? It's really funny because they just re-signed or extended Jake Ferguson, and people are like, so Mike Parsons, hello.
You're forgetting one there, Jerry.
Oh,
you're forgetting one.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Adam BK. You like that guy? Huh? What about Trevon Diggs? Huh? What about this random fucking safety I don't know his name to? What about him?
What about?
Extend him. No, Jerry. Just like your best defensive player.
One of the best defensive ends in the league.
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year award winner. Defensive Rookie of the Year winner.
Oh, that guy. Wow.
We'll wait.
Wow.
He's on his rookie deal. He got time.
We'll wait a little bit. Well, I'm not gonna wait a little bit. What's wrong with taking time? You see, these young people don't like to take their time. I'm trying to tell you.
Sometimes you gotta wait a year. That's it.
Like Micah hasn't talked about sitting out. He's probably gonna. I'm sure he's at training camp. Yeah.
Yeah, he's at training camp. Okay. He's present. He's doing media. He's not happy with the situation though, but he is there, and I think that in of itself is like why I think a deal will get done, and why I think it'll all work out in the end because he's at least still present, and he's at least still willing to participate in all activities and be a part of the team.
Yeah, and I like that because it kind of feels like he's going to get paid. Like especially like when you are showing up and you're present and you're active and you're just like kind of waiting for it to be your time.
Yeah,
So I think Jerry's not going to be dumb. Just let Micah walk for nothing. If he is, then really sell the team. I don't know what's wrong with you. Give it to your son or whoever. I don't care. Do
right.
something with the team. But I think Micah Parsons is gonna be a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I think two things, right? I think first off, I think the relationship between Micah and the Cowboys is good. They've never had any bad blood. Like Trey Henderson was starting this beef with the Bengals for like 2, 3 years. Like we've known this was gonna happen eventually. Always sit out. This is now just starting for Micah Parsons. He's never really bad, and he seems to like it there enough. And I think he's viewed as a leader, as like a true like best player on the team type of player. So he's gonna be there for the boys and to show that I want to get paid, but I'm still gonna be here putting in the work. I'm not gonna be stubborn. I'm still gonna be with the boys, and we're still gonna work this out. I think with Trey Henson, not saying he's not a leader, but like the guy is Joe Burrow. The guy is Jamar Chase. Like
yeah,
those are like who you need present. And Trey Henson is a great player, but he's a defensive end and he's a great player on defense. Michael Parsons is better than him. He just is. Michael Parsons is one of the best players in the NFL. So I think they're just a different like set of standards between the two of them. That Micah has to be at training camp. He has to be present. He has to be on the Cowboys' face. And Trey Henson doesn't really need to be there for the Bengals. That's why I think Micah will sign eventually, and why he's not getting too much of a fuss about it. And Jerry just needs to be smart and just sign it. Like that's it.
yeah. It all comes down to just like, at least for some of these teams, like the ownership is good at like being like tough in negotiations, but also being like, listen, we do still want you here. We know you may be upset, but we love you. We do love you. Hey, Micah. We love you. Don't forget about it
You know,
now. But the Bengals are just like, take it or leave it, Trey. Oh. And he's like, oh, you guys suck. And I'll just go home. Like, I'm good. Like, I've invested well. I'm not these dumb schmucks on the football field where I just blow all my money. No, I have money. I could chill. So, I mean, some of these front offices just need to get absolutely gutted and fired. But that's honestly the fun part about training camp. But you know
right.
what's not a fun part about training camp? Injuries. Step onto the
Yeah.
field and you immediately just get hurt. Justin Fields. What was it like? First day, pretty much starts limping off. You're like, yeah, I dislocated toe.
Yeah, dislocate. So he, I can't. I honestly had a mini fucking heart attack. Like I did, because I'm like the morning starts with me reading. Oh, he's limping off the field. What do you mean he's limping off the field? What do you mean he can't put weight on the foot? What do you mean he's getting on the cart to go getting? What does that mean? So then we sit in limbo. Hulk Hogan dies, and I'm still waiting to hear about Hulk Hogan, but we're still waiting to hear about the Justin Fields news, and I'm like, of course, just of course this would happen, right? And then you get the report, he's okay, MRI is negative, he broke his toe. Okay, but for a microbe second, for a microbe of a second. I think Justin Fields is out for the year with an Achilles tear. I'm like, there goes the Jets. Let's get ready for Tyrod Taylor. The season's over. We're tanking for the first overall pick again. Like the Jet brain in me is just like, we're done. It's like, of course, day one training camp, he rips his Achilles off. Of course, he's good. The Jets are good. It all ended well.
Yeah.
That's all I will say.
The Jets caught a big break. And it's just as tell. And he was back on the field like the next day, and he was like chilling. He just didn't participate in like 11 on 11, which is fine.
Yeah.
So good sign. Put some ice on it, kid.
What's the mic on it?
Come on, kid. Come on, Justin. Just walk it off, kid. What?
It's just a bruise.
Put your steel toe boots on.
It's going that way, but it's okay. It's going that way. It'll heal itself.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Next day,
You'll be all right.
yeah, take a ibuprofen. Take a
Yeah,
Tylenol.
it's like that. It's like if you're not throwing hand, you're good. If you're not throwing,
You're good. You're fine. You're good. What?
you're fine.
What? You've broke your vertebrae in 10 places? You're good. Put some ice on it.
Listen, I broke my wrist back in '96. Okay, you know what I did? I put some Vaseline on it. I put some tape around it, and I was out there throwing the ball. And all you kids with these fancy medical technological things. All these doctors telling you what you need. No, you need some Vaseline and duct tape. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Right? Oh, man. That's how, that's some Aaron Glenn would say? He'd be like, well, listen, man, all these technological terms you guys got going on over here, just pick yourself up by the bootstrap and put some glue on it, and you'll be just fine, because that's football, right? That's right.
That's right.
And Aaron Glenn, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Aaron Glenn. I mean, a lot of players are also like, yeah, it's great. Last year wasn't like this. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is that guy? Robert Saleh.
I mean, who is he?
Who's that fucking
I mean, one sec. I have to find. I have to find this because, like, you have to understand that, like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I really, I genuinely, and like I feel like Jess can attest to this as well. Hi, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
I feel I feel like I can't get my hopes up because I just know it'll come crashing down on my head. But at the same time, I fucking love the guy. I want to root for the guy. I want him. He sounds like a successful coach. He sounds like he knows what he's doing out there. The players seem like they know what, and they're listening to him and they like him. And it's sounding like a football team. It wasn't sounding like this last year. It wasn't sounding like this the first year we had Robert Saleh. Like this sounds like a professionally well-run. In all the press, all the media. And Aaron Glenn's handling the media perfectly. Perfectly. He's being confrontational. Who does that? who confronts the beat writers on the first day? Like, that's the shit that gets you pumped up as a fan. So, like, as much as, like, I don't want to get sucked in, he's making it really fucking hard to do that. Like, he just sounds like a really good head coach, and he seems like he knows what he's doing with this group of players. And that's such a breath of fresh air. But at the same time, I know we're one snap away from it to all come crumbling down.
Yeah. And, like, you've had, like, Breece Hall say he's enjoyed it. You had defensive players say they enjoyed it. And a lot of guys, I guess, like, this is kind of what he's talking about, right? We're building up a culture of fun, winning, excitement. We want to do things right, excellence, and trying to change the past, right? Because he talked about his own previous experience with the Jets. Like, when I was with the Jets the year before, we were awful.
Right.
And then every year we just got better and better and better and better. So this is why I love Aaron Glenn as a hire, because I know it's not going to take just 1 year. Boom, the Jets are just fantastic. it's going to be a process. We're like, all right, how many games we won last year? 4? Oh, we're awful. Okay, let's try to get to 6, but look way better in those games, right? Let's try. Then the next year we can strive for 8, 9, and we're hitting those markers, right? We're hitting those benchmarks. Our players are getting better. We're developing more, and we're making good draft picks, and we're signing good free agents, the good contracts, and just the good you keep doing over time is just going to snowball into the winning.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just, and then you have like people like Brees Hall who are coming out, and this was one of the greatest things I've ever heard a player say in a long time from a Jet perspective. Be like, yeah, they didn't draft me. I'm not their guy. I don't deserve a contract. I got to prove it. Like what? Like, excuse me?
Hold on. An NFL player having self-awareness of the situation that he's in?
My
Whoa.
God.
Whoa.
I mean, but like, that stuff is like not what you were hearing last. You were hearing a lot of disgruntledness, a lot of, leaks were getting out. I haven't heard a peep about Brees Hall's contract and how he feels about it. There hasn't been a lot of like information out. What's going through like the bad blood training camp? Doesn't seem to be one. There probably is, but we don't know about it. There always is. But like that quote by Brees Hall right there just like shows how everybody's feeling about this season. They feel like they need to earn it. That's a great culture builder to have. That's a great start. It's a fantastic start. And he's come out and said that.
We gotta get him on fantasy. Gotta get my boy Brees.
I will get him on fantasy.
He said he's gotta earn it. Earn me fantasy points, brother. Come on, brother.
I'm gonna have him this year, but I just want to say before I log off, because, like I said, I was getting ready for bed because I didn't realize we were coming on this late. But I will say I have been watching the NFL Network and the ESPN's Back Together Weekend, and I saw the interview they had with Aaron Glenn. And he seemed very confident, very adamant. But what stuck out to me was he mentioned how before Bill Parcells came in, they weren't good. And then he played for him. And then he was like, we ran this town. And we need to get back to that. So he is implementing Bill Parcells' mindset. And I think that today's players don't know that mindset. And I think they appreciate a coach who's confident, doesn't give a shit, follow the rules, doesn't matter if you're making all this money. Like, I feel like Aaron Glenn is probably speaking to a part of them that hasn't been addressed in a very long time, like when it comes down to just the nitty-gritty of football. So I think that's probably why the locker room seems so, like, behind him. And I feel like, of course, I agree with Dan, like, we can't get too high because the Jets are the Jets. And this is bigger than Aaron Glenn. And I don't think he's going to fix the culture in a year, but it seems like it's going in the good direction. And we all know the legacy of Bill Parcells and how he was an impact. He never went to a team and it was just like, it was always like very polarizing. And he was actually still in the league when I was a kid. Like, he was still coaching. He was just like ending his coaching career. And players just went on and on about how, he knew how to run a locker room. He had it, he was one of those guys. So I think if Aaron Glenn is going to take a page out of his book, it may pay off, hopefully. So I got a little confidence out of that because he's learning from wisdom. Bill Parcells is not some nobody. He learned from the best, one of the best. So I feel like, all right. And he's a player, so he knows how to speak to them. And he's been a player for the same shitty organization. So they feel like they finally have a bridge. And a bridge to a time when they were functioning under something like a Parcells regime. So there's a little hope. I'm way more hopeful today than I was 5 months ago.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's already starting to suck you back in. This
Hey
team,
Jess, all it took was one motivational quote, huh? That's it.
it really did.
I need to run through a brick wall for this guy. We got to get back to that. That's all it took, huh?
Well, I mean, it's I don't know what it was with Salah that he couldn't keep him together. I just don't know if he had that type of. I don't know if his coaching style would work well in such a dysfunctional place like the Jets. I think if Salah went to like a better organization, he probably would have had more success. He would have had more support. The owner wouldn't have been a ditz. Like, no 16-year-old was running the locker room. It's like, I feel like it wasn't a good fit for him.
Yo, I can't believe that was true. Like, really. Like, there was a teenager making decisions on players and contracts and
So my thing is
trades.
this. I'm sure Aaron Glenn knows that, so I wonder how he's handling that.
Oh,
Are we
he's
going to hear
slapping
stories
the
of that
kid in the
again?
face if he ever even steps foot in his office. That's what he's doing.
I hope so, because only Woody Johnson can make sure his kid doesn't fucking roll in there.
Well,
They
Woody's
are
not
the
there.
owners of the team.
Well, the big thing is that Woody's not there. Woody's over in England doing his own thing in England. So that's the benefit here. And I will say, we probably won't know until somebody gets fired or leaks it. But again, nobody's been leaking anything from this Jet training camp about how the locker room is and how everybody's feeling about it. They've all kept it in house. Like, and you think New York media would get a hold of something like that?
Yeah. I mean, I think the Jets they're gonna be good this year. I have a good feeling about it.
I don't know if they're going to be good, but I do think that they will show improvement. I do
Yeah.
think that in losses they will look decent. I
That's what
think
we can hope.
that's all you can think they're going to be.
And I hope that Justin Fields looks competent, at least as an
Yeah.
NFL QB, right? Like he can run, but can he be just like a regular quarterback? And I get it, he's not like us just sit in the pocket and throw a deep ball. No, he's not that guy. But are they going to be able to build the system around him and he's going to be able to flourish? We'll see.
Well, I think that's a question for the end of the season. I think by the end of the season, by this time next year, we're going to figure out whether Justin Fields is going to be the Jet quarterback for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. And also, like, we're going to rank them before the season. So I would be pleasantly surprised to see, like, where you have Justin Fields, like, in that, like, starting 32 range. Like, and, like, how much he actually, like, progresses in that. Within those
Right.
32 starters. So
I think
it would be fun to see.
I think spoiler right now, he's going to be hard to rank because he played 6 games last year, right? So you're really like you don't want to rank on potential, one of our favorite words on the show, but like you kind of have to assume that he's better than more than half the league, or at least close to it. Because the 6 games that he did play, he looked really good. He looked really solid. So when we get to that point, it's an interesting discussion to have to see where he's going to be at.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what about Jackson Dart?
Your boy.
It's my guy. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy.
Kind of shaky.
Throwing. I mean, he's a rookie. I mean, I expect you to throw picks. I expect you to be awful. And the fact that we're even talking about a rookie quarterback who's not gonna start throwing picks in training camp, this is how you know we have nothing to talk about. Like, a rookie threw an interception. Oh, color me crazy. They do that a lot. Like, like they just do. So I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. How's Aaron Rodgers looking? He's looking all right? Ish?
No.
I mean, he's working out the kinks. He's 40 some years old.
All right.
You know.
Well, his first pass, he threw a pick.
Yeah.
His other pass, he went 10 yards into the end zone or the red zone. Pat Fryermuth wasn't too happy. He threw his arm. So yeah, I mean, look, it's the first day. He's there. He's not in Egypt. So that's a good sign. I think it's him learning his teammates and the system and everything else going on.
Yeah, he's also
I
40 some years old,
Yeah.
right? He's used to playing and I play in New York and I'm the big guy now. And now he's playing in Pittsburgh where it's like a way more functional organization and no
And
drama really.
So I saw his interview too with Kyle Brandt, and he loves Mike Tomlin. He's got a lot more respect for him than he had for Saleh. Something about Saleh, Aaron lost respect for. I don't know what it was. There was a clear discord between the two of them, but he trusts. It sounds like he trusts Mike Tomlin a lot more, and
and go ahead.
I think it's. I just want to say, I think it's. It goes back to like, certain players need the old school like. I think Aaron needs like a stronger mental coach. Like Salah was a pushover for him. He needed a challenge. He needed someone. He needs someone to be like, "Yo, stay in your fucking place. You're the quarterback." And like, you don't consciously think that, but subconsciously, that's how you act. Because here's Mike Tomlin. He doesn't play any games, and he's not here for your foolishness and your darkness retreats. He probably don't want to hear that shit. But you're gravitating to him for some reason because you respect him. He's been in the league for 20 something years, so he was there when you came in. You beat him in the Super Bowl, so it's like a very familiar. Like those were like the heading toward the old days of like old school football, like where coaches and GMs like ruled it all, and players still were like kind of like dismissed. And now we all know it's getting closer and closer to just appease the players. They can be more diva-ish now. They can be louder now. They got social media. He didn't have social media when he came up. That wasn't around. So I feel like he probably feels like he can relate to Tomlin a lot better. So he may actually be successful in Pittsburgh, but I don't know how successful they're going to be. I don't know why. I mean, it would suck if you come back to give it your all to only like get knocked out the first round.
I'm not going to lie. When I look at this Pittsburgh Steelers team, the defense, elite. I like it. I like the defense. This offense still scares me a lot. You have Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson as your running backs. It's okay. It's okay at best. You have Pat Fryermuth and Jonnu Smith. Pretty good tight end duo pairing. You have DK Metcalf as your wide receiver 1. It's good. Good wide receiver. Solid. Nothing too crazy, right? Top 20 receiver in the game. Great, right? Calvin Austin III is your number 2. Who? Respectfully. Who else is behind him? Who are we throwing the ball to outside of DK Metcalf and Pat Fryermuth and Jonnu Smith? Who are these guys? Like, I'm still concerned that this offense, right? I think they'll score enough points to win games, but this offense, if it comes to they have to win you a football game, I'm not high on them doing that consistently, and that's kind of what you need to win in the playoffs. Is you do need to have a good defense, but you also need to score, or at least give the defense the feeling that, if they touch the ball, they're scoring every single time. And I'm not confident in the Steelers offense that they could do that at all.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's wide receiver 3 is Robert Woods, and then it's Roman Wilson, Scotty Miller, and Ben
Skoranek?
Skoranek.
Oh gosh.
Skoranek.
What a awful
wide receiver.
It's so bad.
But I will say this, right? I think it's interesting because this offense is going to go to the beat of Aaron Rodgers' drum and how good he's going to be at 42 years old, right? Like that's the first thing. I think the second thing is that, this is the first time I can remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time I remember that Aaron Rodgers is working with people and coaches and in staff that he truthfully knows nobody. Like, he's never played with DK Metcalf before. He's never played with the offensive line before. He's never thrown to Robert Woods. He's never worked with Mike Tomlin. He's never worked the offensive coordinator. So it truthfully is a new environment for him, and he has to quickly adapt to everything changing around. So there are probably going to be a lot of growing pains. And it's the same conversation that we had with the Jets. And I think what's interesting here is that the Jets last year and the year before looked at Rodgers, and Jets are good test this. They looked at Rodgers as like the Godfather, the Don. Like, no matter what, we respected and we bowed down to him, right? Like, he could never do any wrong, and we couldn't badmouth. I think with Pittsburgh, it's different, right? There's an expectation. There's a culture already established. A demeanor about Mike Tomlin. Everybody is held to a certain standard, and if you're below that standard, you're going to get they're going to let you know about it. And I think that has to be an adjustment for him too. For a long time, he's been like, kind of, I'm Aaron Rodgers, bit of an ego guy, right? So I think this is kind of maybe, humbling his ego a little bit. That he needs to kind of change who he is a little bit, and he needs to really get in the lab and start working again. So I think there's a lot of growing pains still to come from this offense and from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I know the Steelers are going to be good. I know they're going to have a winning record, but like, are they going to be like a team that we worry about?
I think week 1 is going to be very telling. I do. I think week 1 is going to be very telling to see where they're at as a team offensively. Yeah. I think defensively they'll be fine, but if this offense is not clicking right away, they don't have the time to really let it work itself out.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
They don't got the time to cook. They got to start frying their food like McDonald's, dude. But you got to start working the assembly line.
But you know who we are going to let cook? Mr. Unlimited. Russell Wilson. He's the QB1 in New York. We all saw this coming. I'm going to keep this brief as a Giant fan here. We all saw this coming. Once they signed him, it was almost a formality that Jameis Winston would not be playing a starting role. And Jackson Dart would be third string. And that's okay. And that's all that they should be. And, if Russell Wilson plays bad, start Jameis. Right? If push comes to shove where you got like an injury, Jackson Dart can start. But that's like worst case scenario, obviously. Mm-hmm. What would be a great year is that Russell Wilson starts all 17 games. And it's fantastic. And maybe in the last game, we clinched a playoff spot and it doesn't matter. You could play.
Oh, look at you.
You could play Jackson Dart. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Russell Wilson will probably play all the games, start all the games, barring injury, obviously. So, yeah, he's QB1. He's the best QB on that team. Looked pretty good with Pittsburgh last year. So, I'm kind of excited. I got a little optimism.
Wow.
A little optimism.
Look at this. Look at this 180 coming from you right now.
And look.
You were so dreadful the past 4 fucking months. You were so dreadful about this.
But look at this. I saw Russell Wilson hitting Wan'Dale Robinson in the end zone in training camp. I'm hype. Boys, we're back. I saw Malik Neighbors catching a fade route. I'm hype. Over a shitty corner, I'm hype.
You saw a little bit of this?
Oh yeah, I saw a lot. I see Abdul Carter cooking. Oh, I'm hype. I'm like, oh yeah.
You saw the
Yep. I'm seeing the highlight videos in training camp, man. I'm seeing all of it on Instagram. I like it. It's cool. Give me hype. Give me a false sense of hope. I like that. You know what I mean? There's only in sports where somebody could give you a false sense of hope, and you're like,
No.
yeah.
Only in the NFL. Only in the
Okay.
NFL.
Only in the NFL can your team just give you the biggest false sense of hope ever in your entire life, and you're like, yeah, let's fucking go. We got this. Oh, we
we
suck.
win the whole thing.
We're winning the whole thing. Only NFL could do that. It's so funny that happens all the time. Oh, dude. But shout out to Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. Keep it simple. I think it would be a bigger story if he wasn't named the starter. That would have been a much bigger story, but I think this is all chalk. We all knew it was going to be. And we'll see how it all shakes out, because if he's bad, then we have a different conversation.
Yeah. And you know who's been, bad of recent? The New York Yankees.
Oh,
It sucks.
oh,
Hurts.
oh, my boy.
It hurts.
My boy and my girl, my Yankee.
But you
We're
know
not
what?
doing so good.
It hurts.
We're not having a good week.
It hurts, but this may lead.
I cannot wait for you to bullshit your way out of this.
Can I cope? Can I cope? This may lead to Aaron Boone getting fired. Hey, if it leads to that, I'll take it. I'll take it all. Hey, come on. Hey, let's lose 2 out of 3 again to another good team. Come on. Come on. Like, oh, dude. It's fucking Toronto. Oh, dude. Like,
so you lost 2 out of 3 to Toronto. You lost 2 out of 3 to Philly. You won today. That was a good sign. But you've committed, I think, what is it? 19 errors in 23 innings? Or something like that? Look, I mean, I'll say this. The Yankees' biggest problem last year was their defense, was their strikeouts, and the fact that all you had to do was put the ball into play and let them beat themselves up.
And also
right?
Injuries as well.
And whatever. The problem this year is the injuries, putting the ball in play and letting them beat themselves up, and the strikeouts. Like, it's a carbon copy of what the Yankees were last year. Only difference is that the teams around you are significantly better. And you plateaued and stayed the same. Like, the Max Fried swan song of April and May is gone. He's now just a pitcher.
And he's hurt.
Ugh. And it's like, you know, Anthony Volpe's been the scapegoat, but he's not the problem. He's part of the problem, but he's not. The entire team is the problem. Right?
Yeah.
You can find a fault on every position. That's not a good makeup of a World Series team. And so I feel like while Boone will get the blame, and while we're going to scapegoat Volpe, which we're doing, I think Brian Cashman deserves a lot of hit on. I think he deserves a lot. He didn't do enough in the offseason, clearly. He didn't build his team the right way, clearly. And he decided to run it back again with a similar group that didn't work last year. And while it did take you a series, you didn't win it. You needed to win it this year, and I don't think this group can do that this year.
Yeah, but, as a Yankees fan, I'm going to cope a little bit here. It's baseball. Anything can happen on any given night. We just get in, we can win it,
And you know what? That's the great thing about baseball and why I love their playoffs. You can just get hot for 2 weeks and win the World Series. Like, that's it. Like, you can just be hot for 2 weeks and everybody can be clicking at the same time and you win the World Series. That's it. Like, that's the crazy thing about playoffs in October. Just got to be hot for 2 weeks.
Listen, Carlos Rodon, all I need is 14 days. Come on, brother, please. All I need.
14.
All I need is 14 days, man. Oh, but this team
But
sucks.
hey,
It's awful.
hey. It could have been worse because Aaron Judge could have needed Tommy John, but he doesn't.
Thank you, Jesus.
It could
Thank you
have been a
so
lot worse.
much. Thank you.
Now he has an elbow, what was it, strain?
Yo, these big guys in their elbows, man. What is it?
Hey man, soft tissue.
Uh,
It's that funny bone.
they're 6'7", 280. Like, you're a defensive end. Deal with it, yo. Like, you gonna be alright, man. I just don't understand it. I really don't. But you know, it won't be a Yankee season without injuries.
Right.
It's becoming that point where it's like, you go back to like January, February time, and you're like, all right, Yankees, we're gearing up, right? Spring training's around the corner. Oh, and we're hurt.
And Garrett Cole's out for the year.
And Loizaga done for the 6 months again. And he has a back issue. Oh, it's lingering. Okay, well, he's fucked for the whole year. And this other pitcher's out again, and we couldn't sign these pieces because, they went here and they don't want to be a Yankee, and there's like what can we do? Like, we also do have a really good team. It's baseball, yo. Just don't want to click right now.
Yeah.
And our players are old. You have a lot of like older talent, which is like fine, but you know,
Not good vibes going on right now.
I wish the younger guys were better.
Yeah, because Jason Dominguez has been weird.
He's all right.
Like,
He's an all right.
I mean, defensively, he's a disaster. He's a disaster defensively, and you can't DH him because, well, you got John Carlo who can't walk.
We just have old
Oh.
dudes that need like assistance. You know what I mean? Like, they need assistance running around the bases and shit like that. Like, what are we doing, man? Gosh, dude.
And then Stan has to go back to right field because Judge probably can't throw a baseball. So he has to DH. So Stan has to go back into the outfield, and he can't go to left because he can't play left field. So he's got to go to right. And Judge can't throw a baseball right now, so he has to DH. So your defense just got even worse.
Yeah, right. We bring in Ryan McMahon to deal with any infield liability issues that we had at third base. And he's made some good plays with his glove so far. He made some good plays, right? Made a couple great throws, a couple good snags at the hot corner. But it's just the team. It's the whole team. It's the whole team. Yeah. Like, it's not just third base. It's literally the entire roster is awful outside of Aaron Judge.
Of course. And the Yankees have too many issues to solve come Thursday. Your bullpen's a mess. Your starting pitcher is a disaster, and your lineup is too filled with holes. And your defense is not good. Like they're like, what are you now? You're 4.5. I think you're
5.5.
5.5.
Yep.
And then how many? Where are you in the wild card? Let's see. You have the top wild card spot. You have a 1.5 game lead over Boston and Seattle. 1.5 game lead's not that great.
No, it's not. It's very unsafe, actually.
Yeah.
Because if the way they're losing, they keep losing 2 out of 3. That 1.5 games is gonna turn into a game, half a game, and then you're gonna be down a couple games going into the later half of the year where you have to win out these series now in order to make the wild card. You don't want to give yourself that type of pressure when you don't have to. So, but the Yankees, we fucking suck. It sucks. Sucks. It would just, and it's a good team. They got good players, man. They do. But no, but it just doesn't want to do it. Ugh. Some days you just don't hit the ball, and that's fine. I could live with that. I could live with some days your bat's just off, and that's okay, because that's baseball.
That's baseball.
But when you
You're
can't,
meant to
when you can't infield the ball, now we got a problem.
Yeah. Like respectfully, like if your bat's not there, you better be a good defender. And most of this team are not good defensive players.
And their bats, and your bat's never gonna be 100%. It's never gonna
No.
be like the most you'll be is like 400, and that's if you're elite. So play good defense, but they don't do that.
And I think Aaron Boone needs to stop babying them. I think that's another just big part of the problem.
I just think he needs to leave.
But like, you can't replace Aaron Boone with an Aaron Boone. you know what I'm saying? And it's probably what's going to happen. Like, you're probably going to get rid of Aaron Boone, and here comes Aaron Boone. Might be Jack Kirby. I don't know.
Here comes Paul O'Neill from the fucking.
Here comes Paul O'Neill. Oh no, Joe Girardi again.
Wait, what's that? What's the old manager's name from the Mets?
Buck Showalter?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring him back. You want him back?
You gotta give us a chance.
Oh no! That's Terry Collins.
Terry, you bring it, Terry. You gotta give us a chance. You gotta
give us a shot.
You gotta give us a shot, Terry. You had your shot, Terry. That's it, Terry. It's like, oh, you gotta give me my shot.
It's so funny. I can quote that word for word, and I hear that speech maybe about once a month.
But that's gonna make it worse. That's gonna make it fucking worse. It's gonna make it worse, Terry. You and I both know this, Terry.
Oh, Dara's in the jackpot now, Terry. MLB did nothing to that guy. Nothing. You gotta give us a shot.
Get Terry.
You gotta give us a shot.
Just get Terry Collins. Fuck it. Get somebody fun.
Get somebody fun.
Get like what's the guy's name that used to be the coach for the Texas Rangers when they were going to the World Series?
Bruce Bochy.
Yeah, get him.
I think he's still there.
Get him. Get one of those
Is he
guys.
still, I should probably check that because I could be completely wrong.
Get one of those guys. Get a hard-nosed guy who's just not a Yankee
No, I'm right.
player.
Bruce Bochy.
Just get
Yeah, Bruce Bochy.
Well, who was the manager before that? I remember like this like African American dude. Was it?
Before Bruce Bochy?
Yeah.
Um.
And then he was like a manager of Houston for a bit.
Oh, you mean Dusty Baker?
Yeah. My guy.
Yeah, Dusty never coached. Oh, he might have coached Texas.
Yeah, way back in the day when like they had like Elvis Andrews, Adrian Beltran, Ian Kinsler, ooh, Big Paul, Josh Hamilton. Oh, remember when he was hot for a year? Son, that year he was untouchable, dude. And then he fell off a cliff.
Yeah. As they all do.
Yo, you remember Ryan Braun?
Oh, what a pull!
That motherfucker was so nice at baseball.
You remember the year of Mark Trumbo?
Wasn't he like going stupid?
He had like 50 home run years 3 straight years, and then he didn't hit shit after that. He had like 53 home run years for 3 years.
Was that on the Orioles?
Yeah.
Yo. Oh, wow.
Him, Chris Davis, Aaron Jones. Who else was on that team? Brandon Phillips, I think, was on that team. Oh,
wow.
That was a good team. I remember that team.
Let me look up Mark Trumbo stats. Let me see.
Mark Trumbo. He had like a 50 burger year. He got like a 45 year. He was one of the best power hitters. Yeah. There you go.
Son, in with the Angels, 29 home runs, 32 home runs, 34 home runs. And then that 2016 in Baltimore. cooked. His best season of date, bro. He was an all-star. He had 47 bombs.
Yeah.
Struck out 170 times. Damn.
Yeah.
but I'm fucking raking. So shut the
When
fuck
he
up.
when he got a hold of one, he got a hold of one.
so, so there's just there's just so many like older players that like that if we just sit back and name them, we're like, man, this guy was nice, wasn't he? Man.
Who was the shortstop on the Angels who was like a god defensive player? Andrew Simmons. You remember him?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Couldn't hit for shit.
Couldn't hit for shit, but man, could he play shortstop?
Man, that motherfucker was great. Oh, dude.
We could do a whole show just naming old school baseball
Yeah,
players.
it's so much fun. And just go through their stats and be like, you remember that one year where he just fucking went stupid crazy and like was fourth in MVP voting? Remember that one year and then he fell off a cliff? Yo, baseball is just one of those sports where like if you fall off a cliff,
You fall hard.
you're not getting back up.
You're not getting back up.
No. Like when you're on the hill. Oh, you're on the fucking hill.
You're on the fucking hell.
Oh yeah, dude, you're good. You're real good.
Joey Votto. Oh, remember Joey Votto? Oh, good times. Good times.
Oh man. There was a couple others that I'm thinking about. Dude,
Jay Bruce was on that team.
remember
Jay Bruce?
remember Tim Lincecum?
Yeah, I was thinking Tim was to come. Damn, 2 Cy Youngs and it just completely broke his.
Ooh, what's his name? Buster Posey. Remember Buster Posey? Oh, he was fucking. He was real damn good. Joe Mauer was fucking phenomenal.
Yadier Molina.
Ooh,
Oh,
dude, David
Jason
Freeze.
Burkett. Oh, David Freeze. What a pull.
David Freeze. Shane Victorino.
For that one off season went stupid. Oh,
Remember Billy Hamilton?
I miss Billy Hamilton every day. Could not hit at 200 at all. But if he got on base, he was running.
Oh, dude, I love just going through like old like kind of like history of sports because it's a lot of fun.
You know, there's a great joke where it's like, when 2 guys hang out for a weekend, you're like, what'd you do for a whole weekend? We drank beer and we named great Atlanta Braves players from the 19. Like, that's all we did for 2 days.
Yeah. That's all it took. And the Mets got a lefty reliever.
We did, Gregory Soto. Mets won. They swept the Giants today. Swept the Angels. They won 7 in a row. They have a game and a half lead over the Phillies. It's all clicking. It's all clicking. We went to 2 baseball games. They lost both those games. And after that, they started winning 7 in a row. So we're not going any more baseball games anymore. So yeah. But yeah, no, the pitching's been really good. The bullpen has been standing so far. Really is bouncing back well. And you know, Soto's hitting, Lindor's hitting again. And it's Brett Beatty, Ronnie Mauricio, Francisco Alvarez, and one of the hottest hitters in baseball. I think, you know, that's the key. If the bottom of the lineup can hit, you know the top of the lineup will come back around and get production from the lineup. That's key.
Yeah.
In terms of what I want to see on Thursday, by Thursday, the trade deadline, I would like to see another reliever. I think we could use another one. I think starting pitching, we're okay. I don't think we really need to explore that market. I would like another bat. I would like somebody to either fill out that 5 hole in center field or be a DH going to the playoffs. I think it could be a rental. I know Suarez's name's interesting out there. I wouldn't mind it for a DH spot behind Alonso. I don't think that's a bad option at all. I know Luis Robertson's been thrown around. Kind of getting for kind of a cheaper deal with team control. Change the scenery guy. Wouldn't mind that. The big fish would be Byron Buxton from the Twins. That would be like a massive trade that would have to happen. I don't think it will because I don't think the Twins, or we don't have the time to make that deal possible right now. But I would like somewhere up the middle. I think if you can get a Buxton, the Mets have plenty of prospects they could trade and some major league talent they can offload. It's entirely possible that's a possibility. But I think more realistic options are probably guys like Griffin Jacks or like if they can get Emmanuel Clase, that would be a massive pull. Throw him in the 8th inning. My God. And yeah, I think Griffin Jacks would be an interesting option. Clase would be an interesting option. I wouldn't mind that. I know Seth Lugo's name's been thrown around, going back to the. And yeah, I think the Mets don't need to do if they do nothing, I'm okay. But I think they will do something, and at the deadline, I think they will add a bullpen arm. It's a question of whether they're going to get another bat in here, because I know David Stern says he likes the lineup, but we'll see. I think that's the thing. We'll see what they do. They could do literally anything they want, but I think the bullpen arm is going to be the priority.
Yeah. Now, do you want to get into your soccer rant? How are you feeling?
I think I'll explain what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain why I'm frustrated, and I'll get into a deeper context with a video coming out very soon.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
Be a little teaser.
Beautiful.
So here's what's going on. So the MLS is having their All-Star game. Nobody's watching it. That's fine. Nobody watches the All-Star games anyway. Nobody watches soccer anyway. I get that. I'm the only soccer guy here. Me and Oscar. I know that. Right? But I wanted to bring this up because I am a little upset about this. It should be talked about in sports. So, Lionel Messi, we all know Lionel Messi, one of the greatest soccer players of all time, plays for Inter Miami, MLS club. So, he was named to the All-Star game because, of course, he was. Right? So, he got named to the All-Star game, and this was like, I want to say like a month and a half ago. The lineup was announced. Everyone knows who's going. Everybody knows started, right? So about a couple of days ago, I want to say, it was announced that Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba, 2 All-Stars that were named to the team a month and a half ago, are not going to go to the All-Star game. Reportedly, because they're a little tired. Now, Inter Miami did play a lot of games. They played in the Club World Cup, where they played 3 extra games more than the MLS team. They also played in the MLS regular season as well. And they have a lot more games coming up, right? So I'm not saying Inter Miami didn't play a lot of games. But I'm also saying there were 2 other teams in the Club World Cup in LAFC and Seattle, and all of their players are going to the All-Star game as well. So that in and of itself is already upsetting. But what's got me really is starting to get frustrating for me is that Lionel Messi does this basically every year. From the end of July to like the start of August, he'll take what I'm calling a break. He mysteriously just doesn't want to play for a month because he's hurt, because he has a toe issue or he has a leg issue. I think he just wants a break. And granted, he's old, and granted, he's Lionel. But my thing is, like, MLS has not punished him for doing that. And that's fine. He's your cash cow, whatever. But at the same time, you have a lot of players who play the same amount of games, who are older than Lionel Messi, who also play every game, and who also would like a break. And I get the All-Star game is your one chance to kind of get that break. But there's also implemented times in soccer. Teams can rest for a week and a month. It's happened before. It's happened many times. And so I just don't understand why MLS lets him get away with this. Now he's getting a 1-game suspension, and the reason why I don't like the 1 game, that's all he's getting, no cut to his pay, whatever. What I don't like about that is that you're giving him what he wants, time off. And so it doesn't make sense in both regards. Because if you give him time off, you give him what he wants. And if you don't give him time off, then you're not punishing him. So MLS is in a tough spot, but like I think it's better if you just don't suspend him and you let him play, because at least in that way you get the money from it and you get the viewer. Now nobody's gonna watch, or everybody's gonna want to go to that game, and people who paid to go to that game are not gonna want to go, right? People who went to the and you know when Leo Messi is in town, you go. That stadium sells out. That's just, and you're making, the team makes a lot of money from it. It already happened once this year in Houston, where it was announced that Messi won't go, and a lot of fans were going. And I gave credit to the Houston Dynamo for this when it happened. They refunded all those tickets to everybody who went because they were going for Messi. They gave those tickets back and they said, "Hey, you don't have to come to this game, and we're going to give you a free ticket to come to a different Houston Dynamo game for free." That was a great gesture by the Dynamo, and I give them credit for a great thing by them. But it's the bigger issue of like, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about MLS. He's there to collect the paycheck, which is a big one, and move on. So if he wants to take 2 weeks off, he's taking 2 weeks off. And that doesn't sit right with me. That doesn't sit right to me as a fan, as a viewer, and supporter of soccer in this country. I want it to succeed. I want it to grow bigger. I can be proud to say I'm a soccer fan. I want to say that. But when stuff like this happens and you completely take away from the fan experience, big reason why kids go is to completely taking that away from them, that's terrible. And so him not going to the All-Star game is one thing, MLS suspending him is one thing, but the fact that he's been doing this now for 3 straight years, to me, is just a constant reminder of that he just does, the idol culture when it comes to sports is bad. And he does not help in that regard. And I'll go into it a little bit deeper about experience. But like, to me, it just doesn't sit right with me about everything that goes on that he does sometimes. That's like, why? Like, you clearly don't care. Why are you still here? You know you don't want to be here. You don't want to go to the All-Star game. Just come out and say it. Why do you have to punish the fans who made time on their schedule, who paid money for a lot of money for this, and who are instead now have to go shamelessly because they don't have another choice? That is what gets me. And I hope that MLS notices this behavior. I hope he doesn't take the break that he usually goes on, and that fans will get their reimbursement, and that they will be able to go to these games and witness what they wanted to see. But at the same time, I don't know if that's what he wants, because he's Lionel Messi. Of course he is. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that. But I'll have more to say in the videos.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Well, I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
Yeah.
It's 1:20.
It's 1:20. We're going to go to bed. We're going to chill out. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a short episode of The Get Back. It's 1:18 in the morning. Thank you.
I'll be back next week with a longer episode. Usually scheduled 2-hour program.
We'll make it better. We got it. Don't worry.
We got it.
All right. My eyes are closed. I can't see it.
See that.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Take it easy. Peace. Love you guys. I'll be in Puerto Rico next week. Hey. Excellent. Going on a nice vacation. So thank you guys. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace out.